This is a walkthrough of how to use the Maropost Pack in this Coda template, where you can view your various Maropost email campaigns, email lists, and reports right inside a Coda doc. Maropost is an enterprise email solution. This is what the Maropost platform looks like. And when you copy this doc, you have to enter in your API details and also your account number. So if you click on the settings icon and click on Insert Packs, in Maropost, you should see a settings tab, and you just need to add in your API key and also your account ID, which we'll talk about in a bit. So once you've added all the information and authenticated with your Maropost account, you can head over to Email Campaigns, and you can click on this little refresh icon right here, and this will sync in all of the email campaigns from your Maropost account. And this is the data that shows up here in email campaigns. You can see here we have things like recurrent segment test campaign, and that'll show up also right here. And when you hover over each of these chips, you'll see even more information like the from email, the recurring status, etc. And these are just some of the columns I put into the table. But these two columns right here, I added it in Coda because I want to be able to see who is the owner of managing these different campaigns and also what team they might be on. And this team column is a dropdown, and this actually comes from this teams page, which you can define on your own. So once you have this list of campaigns, there's some interesting things you can do here. If you click on this drop down here and go to group by status, you can see all the campaigns based on what status they're in. It's just a little different view than looking at it from here, where you have to look at this column in Maropost. You can also search by campaign name. Let's say I want to search the title for only the SF01 campaigns, and only that will show up. Or if I want to search by the subject line of the campaign, I can look in, let's say, A/B test, and you'll see that a few of these pop up. This is a much faster way to search for campaigns. And then finally, you can group by team. Perhaps you want to move this test campaign from red team to blue team, or this SF01 from blue to red. And you'll notice that when that happens, this also changes too, the underlying list of campaigns, because everything is all connected. So if we move on to campaigns to campaign reports, these are the reports that show up in the analytics tab of Maropost. These are campaign reports. I only have 5 here, but it basically shows you all the information related to your campaign reports. And you can see things like the status, the report tags. Also, I have a marketing campaign. These are additional tags I set up to identify which reports are part of which marketing campaigns. If I click on this icon here, this button, I can view more information about that specific campaign. So a lot more information you can do, a lot more things you can do here. You can sort by when the campaign was sent, for instance, just better ways to look at your data. Finally, the email contacts list. This is all the data stored in the audience tab of Maropost. You can look at email contact lists. I have 48 lists here. And if I go here, I can look at all my lists. I can just look at, perhaps I can tag all my lists with a specific marketing campaign. And maybe I only want to look at the campaigns for spring sale. And I can look at all that right here. And let's click on this drop down. I can sort and filter my email list by, let's say I want to look at lists with subscribers of 210 or more. I want to look at ones where unsubscribes were more than 180. And maybe I want to look at ones where revenue was at least, let's say, $100. And this list of email lists will automatically filter to show the lists from your Maropost account that match these different sliders and filters. Finally, you can also create new email lists from this Coda doc. Let's say I want to create a fall 2022 list that's based in Detroit. I just have to fill in these 3 columns right here, name, address, and language. Click on Create List, and you're going to see this thing pop up here. And if I go back to Maropost and I refresh this, you will see that the new email list shows up at the very top of my list right here, Fall 2022. And you can see that it's also in Detroit, which matches up with here. So just a faster way to create email lists. If you have a bunch of lists you have to create all in one go. And that's the Maropost Pack and template.